Greetings everybody and welcome to today's video. Today we are going to dive into something a little interesting on the power stroke. As you see here, it is a starter, but not any old starter. It's the starter from the 6.7. So we're going to cut over to Ken and he's going to discuss the particulars.
Alright, so what we have here is a starter out of a 6.7 power stroke. The difference we're going to have when we try to bolt it up is this third bolt on the bottom here is actually smaller than the rest of them and the one on the power stroke, on the 6.0 power stroke. So we have an M8 1 by 1.25, 45 millimeters long for the automatic and 65 millimeters long if it was a manual. So flange is probably ideal so that we can put some more clamping pressure on the metal. I did get a lock washer just in case, but I think I'll probably go without it because I hear there's very little threads that actually catch into the starter, so I don't really want to take that up with this if I don't have to. The next problem we're going to get when we try to bolt this up is that the hole that this passes through is actually 12 millimeters in diameter and this bolt is 8, so we need a spacer. So this will help to locate the bolt central in the hole, and then it'll clock the starter in the right position also. We technically need 17 to 20 millimeters depending on if we're flanged or not. These are 15 millimeters. I figure that's probably long enough and they were easy enough to find on Amazon and pretty cheap. So we'll put the link in the description, but this is what we're going with right now. We'll see how it goes. Alright, we got it all cleaned up on the outside. We're going to take it apart and clean it on the inside, clean the brushes, make sure everything is nice in there, and then grease key components so that we don't have any sticking starter issues. Because this is a junkyard starter, I don't know how long it's sat outside, I don't know what conditions it's sat in, so we're just going to make sure when it goes on it's really good.
All right, everybody. We got the excursion in the garage. Started raining, so now we have drips on the ground as we're gonna lay under it. But let's cut over and show you what we're gonna be working with.
So we have 3 bolts we have to get off, and then the wires, the positive and the exciter. So we have 1 going in from the back forward, and we have 2 going in from the front to the back. The third one up here seems like it's going to be a little bit difficult or tricky to reach. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. This one happens to be hand tight, so maybe they're all not too tight.
Yeah, sorry I can't get you guys a better angle, but we'll insert a diagram here.
We have to transfer our nuts over because our replacement starter didn't come with it. But what I want to show you guys is when this is on the actual engine and this is the transmission side, this is the engine side, this top bolt, this is the top one right here. You're actually going to see it in this position when you're on the bottom, so you have to just like imagine the top being here. This is how I was able to get the top bolt. I used the 1/2 inch. I don't know if it's a 13 or a half, but whatever. So I used the 1/2 and then an extension, and the handle just fit right here. And that's why I had to move the cables, really, because when you're working on it from the bottom, you're just seeing that, and you just gotta feel around for it to fit in that extension. So removing the cables gives you that space. So this is a 6.0 starter, this is a 6.7 starter. We have a visual difference on the front. The 6.0 starter has this cone, which isn't necessary. So when we go to the 6.7, this won't make a difference. I have a habit of putting grease on these gears because once a long time ago I put a new starter in and it kind of got stuck when starting, and grease on the gear fixed it. So I'm going to put some silicone grease on it, just my habit. This is the bottom bolt from the 6.0 starter, and this is the bolt we are going to have to go to on the 6.7 starter. As you can see, the bottom bolt is very different. That's the only threaded hole on both of these starters. The other ones mean that the bolt comes in from the other way. Just checking the fit on this new bolt, and it feels good.
Don't remember if we gave you a close-up of how it looks clean. I mean, it got dirty because, as you guys saw before we had it under the excursion with us, it got a little dirty than what it was before, but like a lot cleaner than when we had it. So, all right, gonna go install.
So this is the spacer we have to use to fill in that bigger hole for this smaller bolt. It doesn't cover the whole length of the sleeve, as you can see, but it's enough to locate the center of the bolt in the hole. We won't be able to use this lock washer that I originally planned using because it is actually about the same size as the hole, so it won't really do us any good. So the flanged head should be enough clamping pressure, and that's how it'll be.
right, everybody, that's a wrap on the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I don't think the swap went too bad. What do you think, Ken?
It was a pretty easy swap overall, as long as you know the tools you need and you got some good light. It's not that bad. The starter is a lot faster. We'll do side-by-side videos here, and it should be under a lot less strain when it's really cold out. So we'll see how it is.
Yeah, definitely a worthwhile swap for anybody who has, I think you need minimal mechanical skills to be able to pull it off. You just got to make sure you get the proper spacer. You just take your time with it. I know Ken gave you a little side-by-side in terms of how to get that top transmission bolt out, but aside from that, it's a swap worthwhile, especially here in the Northeast when you want to get that quicker startup. So, any final words?
No, I think we're pretty good.
All right, cool. Share the video for anybody that can use this content, and we'll catch you guys next time.